I'm looking at this movie. It's a good movie. Uh, Invincible Dragon. It's a good movie. Uh, I heard a guy. He said something. Almost like he was talking to me, cause I know it didn't go. It didn't go with what he was talking about. But he probably, of course he wasn't talking to me though. But I'm gonna say he said this. He said, "Where is hell exactly?" Hell walks on earth amongst us. People know this though. Organization do. They call them. They got a name for them, but I ain't gonna say that. And I can't remember no way. But they like soul collectors. Hell walks on earth with us, around us. And when people say they souls, they just activate them even more. They just get even more dramatic. It's a vessel. Everything is a vessel. Heaven, I'm sure heaven here somewhere, same thing. Everything is a vessel. And it's also got a spiritual realm. Hell walks on earth amongst us. I'm going to say something. I wasn't going to say it, but I'm going to say it now. Because, I mean, who really, the way people moving like they know and don't care. Hell can be, I'll give you an example. Let me just give you an example. Hell can be a person that's overdrive. It could be any sinful department, really. But let's just use sex. Overdrive in sex. And they collecting, just like in the movie. The movie they got it in the movies. That's real. That's real. You're overdriving sex. They take your soul. It's like, let's say you just keep going around having sex with everybody. You probably don't turn down lovers and everything. You might not even be a prostitute, nothing like that, but you just like to have sex all over the place. Well, that person will come into your life, and you wouldn't even know it. That person will collect you or bind you to them. And if you don't change you got the remainder of your time on earth to change your life and to stop doing that. And if you heal, you can feel the change to that person on you. The person is a float, a hell float. So that's what's scary about it. You ain't gotta be nobody that's overly sexual. You probably have sex out of moderation, but you might got a lover, family. Supposed to be time for you to get a family. Supposed to be time for you to settle down. You don't want to do it. That person come into your life. Same thing with drugs. I had to figure this out growing up, bro. Being on the street, I had to figure it out because I was like a plug. I worked for plugs though. I wasn't a plug. I worked for plugs. I never cared to work. I could have been a plug, but I never cared for it. I had a little group on my own that I would, and they would probably look at me like a plug, but I didn't care for all that. And I liked it to do the cleanup part. Go make this run this errand, make this happen, do this happen, and make sure these guys don't make it here or do this, make it there. I ain't talking about like killing them, but I'm talking about other things, other ways. I ain't talking about no killing them. I'm talking about like, there might be some fighting or something like that going on, stalling somebody or something. Stuff like that. Make sure they don't bother such and such no more. Something like that. And that's what me and my group used to do. We liked it that. When we came in the club, tear the club wearing the white tees and the Timbo. Tear the club, we come in at 11, tear the club. Most of my boys did all the work. I remember one time my boy got hit so hard. He got hit so hard. He did. Me and him fought a lot with each other, and he had a lick on him. So he would hit me, he would catch me. And when he catch me, I'd pretend like I'm out. Just so I could get him. And he'll fall for it every time. And I'd get his ass, and I'd win, bro. Got you. And then I'd slap him. I said, bro, we'll walk off mad at each other, talking junk. Yeah, cause he was the baddest fighter out here so far. I mean, and that anybody else, when we all said it, who was the baddest fighter, we would say it was him. But I would always get his ass, bro, secretly. You know what I'm saying? When we got into it with each other, whatever. But I still consider him to be a better fighter than me, cause he was just good. And he just had the lungs. He was just perfect for fighting. He just had the body. He was just a perfect fighting machine. So he would catch me sometimes. He'd catch me so good, he'd catch me hard. When he catch me, I have to act like I'm dead. Photo. Cause I used to do that with big guys too. When big guys come and grab me, I knew I couldn't defeat because they were just too big. So they'll grab me. Big guys have a tendency to grab you finna get ready, especially somebody like me. They gonna try to do you in, fold you up like a beach shell. And I just play dead. Get close enough. Start dropping. Get close enough. Drop them elbows on your eyes. So I did that with my brother. So we went to the club one time. Somebody caught him. Cause they knew what we came in the club for. Somebody caught him. And he did the same. He did exactly what I used to do to him. He had like he was out. And one of his homeboys caught him and lifted him back up. And he came back up and caught Buddy, knocked him out. We fought so much. I'll tell you, it looked like the movies when we fought. You fight all the time in different people. Yeah, it start looking like the movie. But at first it don't. And if you stop, it don't. If you stop fighting like that, it don't. But if you fighting all the time, yeah, it start looking like the movie. You just get used to it. But anyway, what was I talking about? What was I talking about though? How did I even get there? I don't even know how I got there. Oh, I was talking about how, I think I was talking about how they sacrifice. No, I wasn't. What was I talking about? Oh, devil. Talking about, I learned it then. You're doing too much. Like, even that, what we were doing. You just meet somebody that's in a different caliber. But it seemed more like this movie I seen. It's supposed to be like a scary ghost movie with the dude's a great fighter. But they ain't even got a name of the movie on them. I watched it last night. Let me see if I can find it. The movie good though. The boy, I don't see the boy no more fighting movie. The boy was outstanding though. I watch it like once a year. Oh, Shadow Master. Man. Shadow Master. About like that, you just meet somebody in them dark places. That's why I watch it, because it's really real. It's really somewhat real. You just meet these people. And at this time, me and my brother, people were like, ain't nobody finna fight with y'all. The hood started saying, ain't nobody finna fight with y'all no more. We're gonna start killing y'all, shooting at y'all. We're gonna try to kill y'all. Y'all come around us again. Ain't nobody finna do that fighting no more. That fighting done. We started getting warnings like that. We didn't pay no attention to it. But you start meeting these people and you start to question, like, it's like the alley got darker and darker. And I was raising pit bulls then. My pit bulls, used to go on a barking frenzy for some reason. Like they could see something walking with me and my boy. They would just go crazy on it barking. It looked like they barking at us, but I used to tell my boy, I said, they ain't even looking at us. And they be looking at, and I asked the old cat about it, and they were like, looking at death. Man, people plotting to kill y'all. Y'all out here doing whatever y'all been doing, bro. People tired of it. And your boy beating folks up and taking their work. I was like, you know, I still wasn't thinking nothing about it. And I just started paying attention when my pit bulls started going crazy. And the last few missions, I started realizing I started sensing death. And that was the first time I noticed that energy in a chaotic environment like that. It wasn't about drugs, it wasn't about sex, it was about war, battles. And it was like, you finally meet these group of people that just feel like death. They feel like you ain't gonna win regardless. You know, even if you beat them, you're not gonna win. Something off about them. And as I evolved out of that situation, I started noticing it in drug dealers. And let's say you going around, you meeting certain plugs, you going from plug to plug, getting, you know, jobs. And then you meet this one plug, same thing, it's the energy. Started noticing in the energy. All right, say the same thing with being an addict. You going around buying drugs, and you finally meet this one person you finna buy drugs from. Same energy. It's death awaits at these people. And then you do it again with sex. Same energy. And when I had him near-death experience, I started having these emotional swings, like spiritually elevating with God. When I really finally got myself out of all that, I guess God could tell. I was like, what is that? And they were hell floats. It wasn't meant to beat them. I mean, your last go. So it's like you let's say you going to, I'm telling you, this is real now. You go and buy drugs for somebody, you literally probably buying drugs from the reaper itself. That's that reaper vessel. And everything will go wrong around you. Everything will go wrong around you. Everything, like, you getting your drugs from this person, you ain't even buying that much, you're not an addict, and things just keep going wrong. You might lose your job. You ain't even doing enough drugs to lose your job because of the drug. You just losing your job out of nowhere. Like, everything just keep going wrong. Everything just keep going wrong. It's the devil come to kill, steal, and destroy. Just like clockwork. Just like clockwork. And that same process work with every last one of them. And that's why I don't like my flame coming around me. Goofy self. And then she gonna lay that dub. She came over here the other day. She gonna say, I said, you gotta smoke. She said, you gonna give me a vape. I looked at her, I ain't even tell her, what that is? A vape? Man, you better get up out of here. Go on somewhere with all that. Because it's like certain floats, it's bridges to floats. You have to cross them bridges to them floats. And depending on the float, if it's a murdering float, you can only imagine. A drug float, go to buying drugs from that float. You gotta cross the bridge. Sex float, you gotta have sex with them folk. And they might not be what you expect. A lot of time they beautiful. That's the scary part. They beautiful, and contamination is the least of your problem. You're not gonna look at these kind of people and think they contaminated. Some of them so beautiful, they even in a contaminated environment, a contaminated life, and you ain't gonna think they contaminated. They just beautiful. Yeah. I just listened to the movie, it was like, Where is hell? I felt like he would ask me, what is it? Hell walks on earth like everything else. You get binded to this stuff. As you continue to do it, you just continue to do it. The elites know. That's why they so secretive. Quiet, standing back. People think they standing back all because they don't want you to know who they is. They standing back because they know energy. They standing back because they know energy, bro. You can only do all this stuff, these games everybody be playing, you can only do it for so long. Once you start feeling the bind, once you start feeling the cycle, once you start feeling the repetition, shit, you better hurry up and try to get out of there. Some people be doing repetition, get this money. Man, y'all lame, bro. Ain't money. That's how I knew y'all wasn't from the street. Because when money keep you in repetition, you might as well be getting money from Satan itself. It's like hell giving you your money. You get paid by hell. It ain't gonna never be that good with money. Ever. Ever. That's a joke. That's an illusion. Y'all bust y'all tail. Some of y'all, I see some people busting their tail, and you can see the people they work for, they don't even know they work for a hell float. You looking good, you think you're doing good. Everybody think they're doing so good. Man, you gotta know what you know what you know. You gotta know what you know out here now. I'm telling you, things finna go back to Genesis because they wanted to. Even the wealthy wanted to go back. I had a vision yesterday or this morning that somebody that's involved in creating social media don't hate social media and wish it be gone. Because they see it's something off about everything. And these distractions ain't helping none. There's something off. But yeah, that's what they were saying. Somebody keep messing with my tent. I guess you do good, you look good. You do bad, you look bad. It probably AI itself. You better quit it, sweetheart. You better stop that. But anyway, but yeah, it's like that's what it is. I can give more detail, exact down to the T. But if I do that, I'm gonna put a lot of people on blast, and then everybody gonna be mad at me about it. I ain't gonna do that. It's signs that people give off that let you know, right down to the T. That's what they is. That's what they are. And if you want to be with that person, you gotta wait till that jacket is off of them. You gotta wait till God turn they change jackets. You know, you got the death jacket, reaper jacket. We're gonna take this reaper jacket off of you. We're gonna put the love jacket on you now. You can go have love, be love, be a family man, be a family wife. That's how it works with floats. There's a lot of celebrities that floats. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of floats out there. I noticed that somebody was actually genius because it looked like somebody purposely got a lot of celebrities, intentionally made a lot of float celebrity so they could stay out of people's way and people stay out their way. And that was pretty brilliant. That was pretty brilliant because I know for a fact one of them is on my tree and she's a major actor. She's probably older than me though. Her and her husband. I think they got something to do with my situation, but I think they helping though, trying to help. You know, they good people though. Great actors. Great celebrities, great actors. Great people, seem like great people, but yeah. You just never know. It's like somebody knew back then when they hired all them. When they hired all them back in the days that they were floats. It's like it's a lot of floats in the celebrity world. And that was pretty brave. Because you don't want to get caught up with them like that. You don't want to get on their back. It's like they elites within themselves. Like they really should have, they don't know all this stuff. And they should have their own table. 9 times out of 10, the ones who do got their table are floats and they know this stuff. So, you know, it's like the celebrity world is for those who don't know. There's a lot of floats out here, man. There's a lot of them. But yeah, hell walk around us. You just gotta notice them. Like I said, I noticed it from the street coming up. When it was guys saying, okay, it's time for you to get off the street now. You done sold your royal oats. You gonna keep going? You gonna keep going? I'm gonna put you in a situation where you're gonna go in repetition. You're gonna go in cycles. And that cycles and repetition is a clear sign of hell, Hades. Because that's what you're gonna do when you cross over. Cycles and repetition is a clear sign of that. You're gonna be stuck. It's a clear sign of that. So you get stuck in these cycles and this repetition stuff. When somebody keep messing with my camera, they don't want me to talk like this, scare the world. Well, you know. I mean, we keep going in this direction. I mean, what else you gonna talk about? We almost damn near dead and it feel like in the middle of Revelation. Like I said, Revelation could probably just happen for a town though. It might not happen for everywhere, but it could happen for everywhere. I don't know. But I'm starting to notice Revelation can happen for a town, a county, a country. It just depends on, like, let's say somebody kept swapping energy. Like, unalive somebody the same thing selling your soul. So let's say somebody been doing this a long time and the energy way off. Okay, Revelation gotta happen. We gotta clean up because it ain't gonna fix itself. Yep. I just heard that dude, where is hell? Hell is hell, baby. I bet a lot when y'all hit it 2111, when y'all hit it, y'all gonna be like, what? You gonna think about it. You gonna be like, wait a minute. Yeah. And some of these people are really good people as well. They're gonna keep you comfortable. I know a girl who's over a hell float and she cried. Me and her talked about it. Like, she's very elevated in the spiritual world. And I just told her, I don't deal with her sexually or nothing like that. But she a very, you know, she is a sexually active person. And she said, I asked her, I said, is you something like this? And they know, it's a name for it. Organization know about it. They like call them something. Whatever the name is, it means soul collector. And she said, yeah, and she said she crying weep for him. She said she care for him, like, so you could just imagine if you was to cross over and you actually see this person turn into hell itself and putting them in there, she actually weeping for her prisoners. It's amazing, bro. That's how I got out the street. I got out the street. You could tell when death call, when the devil come, kill, steal, and destroy. When your time is up for that sowing your royal oats, it's up. There ain't nothing you can do about it. I heard it like 33. You better start moving different. It's something about 33 that's very vitally important for everybody in the world. The number 33. When you hit 33, you got to start changing the way you move. Or they'll bring something, energy towards you that's going to bind you. I know, 'cause I had to get myself out of it one time or 2 times in my life. You can get out of it, but it's hell and high water. You're going to lose everything. You're going to lose your socks. I'm talking about keeping your money and stuff. You can forget that. You're going to lose everything. You're going to lose your socks. You're going to lose your clothes. You're going to come out there looking like Tarzan. And somebody ripped your clothes off of you. Yeah. Hell and high, because it's like it's prepping you for hell. It's prepping you for Hades, bro. It's like you getting used to being in these cycles. You getting used to being in this warp energy. You getting used to being in these repetitions because you finna go somewhere where you gonna stay there. And it ain't gonna be like it is on Earth. Earth, compared to where you going, is like paradise. You just like you stuck there. You ain't moving, bro. It's rough now. You're gonna be doing the same thing. That movie is real. That movie is very pretty much accurate. Where that woman eat up everybody she be with, and then they put that one girl in that she died and she went to hell for doing methamphetamine. They put her in this jacuzzi and put the top on it and put her in there by herself to do that. That's all she could do. That's all she could do.